Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Connected Love. My name is Daniel.
I'm Christina.
And we are true twin flames in union. We're here today to talk about why the twin flame journey is transformative.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before we start, I actually want to mention that we do private coaching, and we also do readings, and we've just opened our group coaching back up, so you can check all of that out in the links below. So why is the twin flame journey so transformative? If you are on the twin flame journey, which is what I assume brought you to this video, or if you know somebody who's on the twin flame journey, you might notice that, they really change a lot in kind of what seems like a short span of time. And that's not uncommon, because the twin flame journey, first and foremost, it's an ascension path. It's an ascension journey. What does that really mean, though?
Yeah, so an ascension journey means that, right, it's a spiritual journey of ascension to where you come back, you begin to realize the truth about who you are as a divine being in relationship to the divine or God or source or whatever you believe in. So it's really a journey about uncovering yourself.
Yes.
And uncovering your relationship with the divine.
Exactly. I can just speak about my personal experience on the ascension journey, on my twin flame journey. I just, as you go deeper into exploring who you are and healing blocks and upsets, you find that certain things that you used to resonate with no longer really feel attractive to you. And that's because you're getting closer and closer to who you really are at the core.
Right, exactly. I can say my journey as well. I mean, there were many things and that I used to really enjoy doing, or I used to have a lot of different interests, or just people I used to know, or things like that just kind of I never really pushed out of my life consciously. As I just began to heal and grow spiritually, those things kind of just naturally vibed out of my life, kind of just fell away.
Right. But what's really you, the core of who you are remains. It might be that you took up some interests because it was something that everyone else was doing at the time or something like that. And then you might see that fall away. But the core of who you are always remains, and that gets stronger actually, because you're more in touch with it. Like Daniel loves art, and that remains.
Yeah, that remains. Creative expression is something that aligns to my core values and my who I am as a soul and what I'm designed to do. I'm designed to express and to love, right? And to love in creativity. But an example of something that fell away from me would be horror movies. I used to really love horror movies, but the more I grew and learned, about this whole journey and everything like that, I didn't consciously push them out. But now when I watch horror movies, and this is not for any of you out there, if you love horror movies, you do you. But for me, when I watch them now, they just don't feel the same as they used to. And I don't really have an interest in them.
Yeah, I guess an example for me, and in these examples, I think there's something in common with them, and so we'll get to that. An example for me is I used to love stand-up comedy. I loved stand-up comedy, and I still love comedy, of course. But now, I watch a lot of it, and a lot of it is kind of dark, kind of self-deprecating, kind of a bummer. It's not really divine humor. It's kind of sad humor,
right?
And it just I don't resonate with it anymore. And yeah, there's a bit of as you're on that journey, there is a bit of maybe some self-identity, confusion, because you're so used to identifying with these external things for so long that you're being brought back to identify with like internal things, like internal qualities, who you really are at the core.
Right.
And so I'd say like the common thread that all these things that like fell away have is like they were kind of like not really based in love.
Right. Right, exactly. And that's the most important thing, is things that are based in love. Whenever something is created or put out into this reality, it comes with a vibration, right? The vibration that it was created in. And you may not be aware on a conscious level, but your heart knows. Like your heart receives the vibration and understands. So yeah, I think as you raise your vibration and you begin to align closer to what's divine and closer to God, then those things naturally don't resonate with you anymore.
Right. Yeah, I still like love humor.
Yeah.
Right? But like it's yeah, there's like a certain brand of like humor that like no longer really appeals to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, one thing I want to talk about, because there's probably people out there that may be afraid to ascend then, because they're like, am I just going to lose like who I am? And like, am I going to lose everything? Like, is it a scary process? What would you say to that?
No, I mean, I think some, I can describe it all as like super peaceful, when something fell away from my life, it was always something where I was like, you know what? I haven't like watched a stand-up special in months, or like something like, oh, you know what? Like I haven't like wanted to do this in ages. Like it was sort of something where it was super peaceful, and it was just like my interests just shifted, and like it wasn't something like traumatic or horrifying. Like it was something, or like friendships that like no longer really align. It was like, you know what? I haven't heard from this person, and I haven't called them either, and like that's okay, like and that's like it was always something like pretty chill that it just ended up being that way.
Right. And I do want to be clear, right? Because there is no place that God doesn't exist, or God cannot be expressed. Like God can be seen pretty much anywhere. Anything that is aligned to love, right? And so we're not saying you have to give up anything that you love doing or anything. It just kind of naturally happens. And it's an inward thing. It's an inward like you recognize that it's just not the same as it used to be. It's not like you get bored of it, like sometimes hobbies come and go and things. It's different. Yeah, and
it's always replaced with something with like the higher vibrational equivalent. Oh,
that's a good point.
Yeah, like it's not like you just all of a sudden slowly transform into like a monk. It's just more like you're more peaceful, and so what you're interested is like the equivalent of that, and it doesn't make you more boring. It's actually quite different. Actually, like I feel like everything that we're interested in like feels richer because we're able to connect to it more. Like the more I heal blocks within myself, the more I feel like I can actually connect to things on a deeper level. And so everything that fell away was actually something that was really only a surface level connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's something like some things we begin to like or we attach to for various different reasons, depending on what we're experiencing in our life at the time or things like that. And it may not necessarily have been a choice because you really enjoyed it or really desired to do it. Those things, as you ascend, you come to clarity on those things, and they kind of just go away.
Yeah, and so what's the whole point? Like, why does that happen? And why does this matter for your twin flame journey? Well, so in order to be able to recognize your twin flame, like your twin flame is going to be like your counterpart, right? But if you don't know yourself, or if you have defined your personality through a basis of like superficial, surfacey things, you're not going to really be able to genuinely see or connect with your twin flame at the level that like you need to have like, a relationship, right? And so, Yeah, it's like you're just getting to know yourself on a much deeper level. And as you do that, you are able to actually appreciate your twin flame on a much deeper level.
Yeah, exactly. And you begin to attract your twin flame to you. When you are aligned to your authenticity and your true divine self, that's super magnetizing to your twin flame. So it's like an uncovering, like a process of uncovering who you truly are. And as you see yourself clearly, you see your twin flame clearer.
Yeah. And so I want to like touch on like what are we doing to like ascend so fast, to like move through things so fast. So we learned the mirror exercise through our spiritual teachers, Jeff and Shaleia. And we also were live students of Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class. And so that, like, all this, everything we learned there and all of the, like, basically the foundation for our journey really helped us move through things really, really fast. And the mirror exercise, it really just gets down to the core of your upset. You know, it helps you get down to the core of your upset so that you can bring love to that space. And, you know, there's many spiritual healing techniques, but this is by far the fastest to really get to the core of like what's bothering you and help you bring peace to that place. And so we have links below to the mirror exercise. We definitely recommend that you check it out for yourself and check out Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class, because this is what really helped us just like really change a lot, like really fast over the course of a few years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, we thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, check out the links below to our services. We just opened up group coaching.
Yes.
We have sales going on readings right now and our other services. So check those out at oneconnectedlove.com. And again, you could check out the links to the Mirror Exercise and Twin Flame Ascension School. Yeah. So as always, thank you very much for watching our video, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.